Hello there, Capricorn. Thank you for stopping by for your weekly tarot video forecast for the week of September 14th through September 20th. On Monday, what you have showing up is the Devil card in reverse. This is one that's kind of fun to have in reverse. This just basically means that you have faced some fears and given them the 1-2 punch, knocked them right out, and now you're moving on your life path much more easily and more productively than you could have if you hadn't dealt with those fears. So Monday I see you dealing with those fears, or maybe even Monday I might see you as having moved past those fears and actually getting to start enjoy some of the wonderful consequences of having dealt with those fears. Now Tuesday, what we have coming up, Capricorn, is we have the Four of Coins in reverse. Now, Four of Coins in reverse is talking about taking money out of savings, or you're taking some money out of a little stash that you have somewhere. So Capricorn, when you take money out of savings, one of two things can be going on here. This can be an unexpected bill came up and you're just like thankful that you had some money back in savings so that you can cover it. Or it could be that you were saving for a particular thing, and now whatever that thing is, you're able to go ahead and get it, and so you're pulling your money out of savings to do that. Either way, the bottom line here is just that you're pulling money out of what you had saved back on Tuesday. Now on Wednesday, Capricorn, what we have showing up is the Two of Clubs in reverse. The Two of Clubs in reverse tells me that you're procrastinating on a decision, and that this decision has to do with two things that you like very much. So on Wednesday, it could be that you have two social obligations that you would like to go to, but they overlap, so you can't be at both of them. You have to pick one over the other. I'm being told to tell you that trying to combine and trying to go to one for a little while and another one for a little while later is not going to work. Don't even try it. Results could be disastrous. Not as in anybody getting hurt, but socially disastrous. That's what I'm hearing. So for those of you that applies to, it'll resonate with you and you'll know exactly who I'm talking to. Now, so this can be about two different things that you have going on that you have to choose one event or thing over the other. This could also be about two different projects that you're working on Wednesday where you have to choose one project over the other. I have seen this card also come up about choosing, and this is actually for a lot of you, choosing lovers, choosing one to be committed to and one to let go. I've seen this card come up several times for that. And I see some procrastination on this decision, and so I got to tell you, I think most of you, this is actually what we're talking about here. And this may be why you got the warning. You can't spend a little time here and a little time there. It's not going to work. So anyway, that's what's coming up for Wednesday, is that you have this decision to make between two things that you like a lot or two people that you like a lot. And I see you procrastinating on this decision. I don't see this being a quick, easy decision for you to make. Now, just to put in a little plug here, because you know, I make my living doing psychic stuff, I want to point out to you, this is the perfect type of thing to get a reading for. Because, like, if you got a reading for me, what I would do, say you have to choose between two people, you know, or you could have, you know, two projects or whatever. But for instance, say you have to choose between two people. What we would do is I would put down cards on what happens if you choose so-and-so. And then I would put down a second row of cards, what happens if you choose so-and-so number 2. And that kind of gives you an idea so you can make more of an educated decision. And I only say that because it looks like you're procrastinating on this decision. It's a tough one for you. So perfect stuff to get a reading on right there on Wednesday for you guys, Capricorn. Thursday, let's move on. What we have here is the Ace of Coins. Ace of Coins just means you're getting some kind of undeserved gift on Thursday. So this is going to be a gift, could even be a gift from the universe. And actually, I'm hearing that for a lot of you, it will be a gift from the universe. So how do I classify gifts from the universe? Winning the lottery would be a gift from the universe, if you ask me. Also, I had a time once when I was walking home from work way back when. And as I was walking home, I was crossing the median, and there was grass in this median. And as I was crossing, I looked down, and there was a $10 bill stuck in the grass just waving around in the breeze waiting for me to pick it up. I consider that a gift from the universe. No way to tell whose $10 bill that was. It was just a wonderful little extra money to put in my pocket. So gifts from the universe can come in all kinds of different shapes and sizes and forms. So just be on the lookout for something that you totally didn't deserve, probably didn't even expect, and here it comes your way anyway. Okay, so good gift coming in on Thursday. On Friday, you have the transformation card in reverse. Yes, I know it says death. I don't care about that. This is talking about major, major transformation. For those of you who have been to church and heard people preach, you know, they talk about the old man dying so the new man can rise and live. And, you know, baptism is the symbolism of all of that. When somebody is baptized, the old man dies, the new man comes up out of the water. This card really talks about something similar. Not necessarily on a spiritual level, although I don't know if you can make any transformation without at least touching a spiritual level. But this is talking about a dramatic transformation. So there are some changes coming in, and these are changes in you. They're changes in how you view the world and how you interact with the world. And these changes are good. Basically, what you're doing is you're taking an old, outdated way of looking at the world or way of handling things, and you're realizing this isn't productive and it's not working for me. It's time to get rid of it. And you're coming up with something that's good and productive to replace that. Here's the kicker, though, for you guys, Capricorn. On Friday, when the transformation card comes in, it came in reverse. So that means that you're feeling these changes coming in. You're aware of them, at least on some level. And I do mean consciously, whether you're thinking about them a lot or thinking about them a little, you're thinking about these changes. You know they're coming in. But even though they're very good for you, very happiness making in the long run, you are afraid of what happens to your relationships, what happens with your job, if you let these changes fully come into your life and into your personality. And so you're resisting these changes. I know it's very tempting to resist huge changes because we don't know what the future is going to hold if we go through these types of changes. The key is, though, that these changes are very positive for us. The transition time might be hard because they're huge changes, but the outcome is very positive for us. It's always something that moves us forward in a direction that brings us more happiness and more productivity, better self-confidence, all that good stuff. So if you're getting this, if you're reading this, or if you're hearing this before Friday and you start to feel that resistant energy moving in on you on Friday, I would suggest use some free will. Do what you can to adjust that. Welcome these changes. Let them usher themselves all the way into your life and fully integrate so that you can move forward in a positive way. So that's my advice for Friday. All right, so Saturday, you have the Ten of Coins in reverse. Ten of Coins in reverse is telling me that there's something that made you feel secure in this manifestation. This could be your house, it could be your car, it could be your phone, it could be your relationship. But there's something that made you feel secure that is going away. And it feels like it's actually kind of an appropriate going away. It feels like even you may be upgrading. So this may be that you're getting rid of an old car to get a newer, better car. But there's some kind of, even though it's an appropriate going away of something that used to make you feel secure, I feel like there's still some sadness there that you got attached to whatever this thing is. So even though you know it's time to let it go, it's not the easiest thing to do. Perfect example of that, I recently upgraded my car from a very old Mercury Capri, a 91 Mercury Capri, to a 2002 Hyundai, 9 years younger. But I had had my Mercury Capri for like 5 years, and even though she had a lot of little stuff wrong with her, she still ran nice and solid. And by little stuff, we're talking about air conditioning, windows not going up or down unless I hot wired them, keys no longer working in the doors and, you know, little stuff. But she ran like crazy. She was just a wonderful, dependable car. And so I recently upgraded to one that, you know, all the buttons work on her and she runs well and all of this good stuff. And so it was something that was appropriate. It was time. But still, it was a little hard letting go of my old little car because she had been with me through so much and taken me everywhere I needed to go for 5 years. So it was kind of an interesting situation. I knew she needed to go out of my life. I knew she needed to go on to serve somebody else, but it wasn't the easiest thing to let her go, even though logically you would have thought it would have been if you ever would have rode in this car with me. So that's one example of how this can manifest the Ten of Coins in reverse. It's something that used to make you feel secure that is now exiting your life. And it does feel like for many of you Capricorns, you are upgrading. So that's pretty specific, and that's not something that's necessarily attached with this card, but that's something that I'm picking up more on a psychic level, is that upgrade part of that. Just letting go of the old thing that's being upgraded from. Now let's move on to Sunday. Sunday we have the High Priestess in reverse. This is just kind of telling me that you have some nice solid intuition coming into you Sunday, but you're ignoring it. Why are you doing that? It's easier. Okay. Spirit just answered my question. Because it's easier. It's comfortable. It's comfortable where you are. If you pay attention to that intuition, then that means that some things would have to change in some relationships and in some living situations. And you would rather just pretend that everything is hunky-dory and totally fine and not rock the boat. So, what I'm hearing, though, is that for those of you that this applies to, which obviously it's a general reading, so it's not going to apply to everyone. For those of you that this applies to, though, you will recognize it. And for those of you that it applies to, it's kind of like you're getting some red flags that you're not wanting to pay any attention to. When you're ready, this is the message that's coming through from Sacred Spirit. When you're ready, you'll pay attention. And when you're ready, you'll remember these things. And this information will be helpful for you when you're ready. But for right now, I see you just kind of ignoring your intuition. Okay, so free will changes everything, every guy. Everything, everybody, every guys. Free will changes everything, everybody. So you get to do whatever you want to do with that reading. I do want to thank you guys all for coming by, hanging out with me. And for all your likes, your subscribes, your shares. I want to thank everybody who's had a reading with me and everybody who will have a reading with me. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all your support. Everyone have a fantastic week. I'll see you here next time. Peace out.